Good morning from the trail. Another run on Sunday. My favorite time to be out here. About, 7:30. Not a whole lot of people are out here yet. Sun isn't quite up. Animals are all still making a bunch of noise. Yesterday, after I made a video about my nutrition, someone asked a few questions. The first one being, what do I do for hydration? It depends on the day, really. On a short day, I'll stick to good old-fashioned Gatorade. It's cheap and easy, and they've been making it for years, and they know what they're doing, and it's hard to beat. Just good old-fashioned Gatorade. There's a lot of fancy stuff out there, a lot of expensive drinks and supplements, and they all pretty much do the same thing. It's basically manufactured sweat with sugar in it to make it tasty. So yeah, on a short day I'll drink Gatorade, and on longer days I'll drink a different formula Gatorade that they call Gatorade Endurance. They made it especially for endurance athletes, and it's what they hand out at Ironman events at all the aid stations. They started with regular Gatorade, and then they about tripled the electrolytes, and they cut down a lot of the sugar because on really, really long events, it's easy to get burnt out on a really strong sugary taste. So it's a little more, the flavor's a little more diluted, and kind of like watered down Gatorade, but they packed in a whole bunch of other good stuff in there. And it's more expensive, of course, but that's what I do on longer days. And I'll alternate between that and water just so I don't get burnt out, and also to save money because I'm cheap. So yeah. Morning. So that's what I do for hydration. And I say usually and typically a lot because days are different. Super, super hot days, if I'm sweating a lot, I'll drink more Gatorade than water to replace all those electrolytes, because your body can really start doing bad things, getting lots of cramps, and you can wash out all of your electrolytes if you don't replace them enough. On a cool day, if I'm not working so hard, I'll drink more water because I don't need as many calories and I'm not sweating out all that salt and potassium. So yeah, the next question, fumble with my pack here. Next question is how I carry everything. And I've been going through trial and error for feels like years, and I've finally settled on something that I really like. I always liked wearing a waist pack because I get really hot and I sweat a lot, and your back is this big surface area of body heat. It's this big radiator that gets all that body heat out and keeps you cool. So I used to wear a backpack, a little like a generic Camelback, but it always gets me so hot because it blocks that radiator. So that's why I like to wear a waist pack, but waist packs don't really hold a lot. The most you can really carry is like 2 10-ounce bottles of hydration. And then I stumbled upon my holy grail. Where's my butt? It's this waist pack that I got at Walmart for like $20, and it holds these 20-ounce bottles, which is huge for a waist pack. And it's got tons of storage so I can put my phone, some food, toilet paper, and other stuff in there. And it's got these nice big fat waistbands. So it feels like carrying around this cute little koala on my runs. And I just found this recently, and it's seriously the best pack I've ever had, because it carries as much as a backpack, but it fits around my waist. It's super comfortable. And then next question is a quick answer is, do I listen to anything while I'm out on my runs? I used to, but I sweat so much that it gets in my earbuds, and I don't like the ear covers. So when the earbuds get wet, just the tiniest bit, they start falling out or plugging up, and it gets frustrating. And also, I'm out here for hours and hours at a time, so the batteries die super quick, even with really good, like JBL earbuds. The batteries would just die after a couple months because I use them and sweat on them so much. The last question that I can remember, I'm sure there's more, but it's what have I learned over the years? Like, what wisdom can I impart from trial and error and experience? And, well, how much time do you have? I could talk for a long time, just because, you learn so much the more hours you spend training. So instead of answering with what I've learned, I'll just give advice on the concept of learning from every training session. Every short run, long run, workout, bike, swim, everything is training, and everything can give you a lesson that you can learn. And that might be why I enjoy this so much, is because I've dedicated my entire adult life and my schooling to the field of engineering and design. So it's just in my nature to pick things apart, find out why they break, and figure out how to rebuild it and design it better. So that lines up perfectly with endurance racing and triathlons, is that you can just take a little bit out of every session, every race, and figure out, if it went really well, what did I do that day that it went so well? What did I do in the days leading up to it? And kind of build that into your next session. Or if I felt really bad that day, what went wrong? Why do I think it went wrong? Did I drink enough water throughout the week? Did I eat enough food? Did I eat the right food going into it? It's all these little tiny jigsaw pieces that fit together in this big puzzle of, what I do going into each training session. So that's really the best advice I can give, is take a little bit out of everything and just make it a continuous learning process. That's the fun part about it. You're never really finished. You're always learning. So yeah, just have fun, learn from everything. If you're not having fun, then what are you doing? Why are you doing it? So at the bottom line of everything is just enjoy it. So if I can think of anything else, if I can remember any more questions, I'll answer them. But now I got to get back to running. These miles aren't going to run themselves. See ya.